We are live. Thanks for having me, guys. Thanks for having me on, guys. I really do appreciate it. Great that all us content creators can work together and not have a hissy fit or fights or anything like that. So, thanks for having me on.
No problem, Darcy. No problem.
How's CJ doing? Oh, that's not CJ. Yeah, CJ, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, man. Yourself?
Yeah, just getting ready for Christmas here. Got today off, got tomorrow off, and then probably work my ass off on Christmas Eve.
Okay.
I do feel
Yeah.
I do all. I'm honored to be on the show.
Yeah, I'm just recovering from my stroke I had a couple months ago.
Oh, my wife had one too. She can't work anymore. In 9 years.
Oh wow.
She had to learn to walk and talk again.
Yeah, I have to learn how to walk again and all that. Therapy has been rough.
Let's share this around, CJ. Let's get this cracking.
Yeah, I'm sharing it right now, bro. I'm right on it.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Shout out to the one person in here. We got Darcy from Detroit Lions News Podcast, man. One of our guys, man. So come in here, leave your comments, man. We're waiting on two of his guys to come into the show. Then we're waiting on Alan, and we're going to get it cracking. Then we got the Dares Ben podcast coming in a little while, too. So we're going to give our guests the honor, the opportunity to talk first for about 5 minutes. Then we're going to close it out with the Chicago Bears, the Bears Den podcast, man. And then after that, you know how we roll, and we out of here. One thing ever at CNG, we do not believe in wasting people's time, taking all day. People got things to do on Sundays. So, you know, we try to be fast and efficient.
Sorry for the delay, guys. It's tough when I tell people 4. That means Eastern, because I'm in the Eastern time zone. But let's get a big round of applause. Can we get a big round of applause? Because with this win, those vaunted Green Bay Packers can't win the division. Doesn't matter if we lose out for the rest of the season. We have the tie break. Sorry, Packers. Sorry, Slappies.
I was rolling. You know I'm a Lions fan by heart, bro. I'm rolling with y'all. You know that.
First time in franchise history, 13 wins. Or we're tied for that. Nice, beautiful day in downtown Chicago today. Basically freezing temperature, no wind. Looked like a nice game. The field looked great. Atmosphere was great.
Yeah, Chicago's a beautiful city, man. We just don't have the damn team to match our beautiful city. That's what everybody's so mad about Chicago. We got the food, the architect, downtown, and none of our teams are good enough to be part of the beautiful part of Chicago. That's why people just hate our team, man.
That's crazy.
I've been down there once, but I'm not going to say how my experience was.
Yeah. So what's up with you guys? Nate and them still coming?
Yeah. I guess you get mixed up because he's in Texas, and when I say 4, that's 5 my time.
Because I'm gonna come out here and get on my phone, Marcy. So I'm on my laptop now, but my laptop kind of stupid, so I'm gonna come out of here in a second and get on my phone.
All right.
Bears Nation, how y'all feeling? Got a Lions podcast in here tonight. My guy Darcy right here.
Okay, they're coming.
All right. Let me see something real quick, and I'm gonna hop on my phone. And then I guess we can start talking football, man. Hold on. How's the music background for you, Marcy? Is it good? It's not super loud. You're good?
Sounds good to me.
All right, I'm about to head out, y'all. I'm about to hop on my phone. There we come. We got another person in here right now. What's going on, Bandit, man? Nice to meet you, bro. I'm gonna hop back in. I'm gonna hop back out.
How you doing? How you doing?
He was a little bit kind of happy because his Ohio State team won yesterday and his Detroit Lions won today. So he might be, standing. He's known to take videos from his rooftop and screaming from his rooftop.
Yeah, I'm on a high note right now with everything with football, so I can't complain.
What's up? Can y'all hear me good? Can y'all see me good?
Yep. Let's go.
Sure.
All right, let's get to it, man. We're gonna hit you guys with this intro, and we're gonna get to the show. Let's go. Hold on 1 second. Yo, what's up, everybody? This is G Walker, one half of the CNG podcast.
And I'm CJ, the other half of the CNG podcast.
Yo, and just like that, we are back. It is G Walker, the CNG podcast, and I got my partner with me, CJ. How you feeling, big dog?
Hey, CJ, how's it going?
What's up, man?
You're muted, buddy.
Somebody got to turn your mic on, CJ. But then we got our guy, Darcy. from the Detroit Lions News podcast, the OG, man.
Yeah, my fault.
Then we got he's bringing his boys with him. We got Bandit in here. Then we got Nate the Great up in here. We got Detroit in the building. How you feeling, big dog?
Looking great, man.
What up, man?
Got to win. Needed it, man.
Breaking news, down. The Commanders just beat the Eagles.
Yep.
Man, you know, I got a nice little layout for us, man, coming through. Coming in. Let me know if you guys have any interference in my background or anything like that, man. You know, we got to work through the kinks sometimes. But welcome to the show, guys. How you guys feeling after that win, after losing a tough one against Buffalo, man? We'll start with Darcy. How you feel, Darcy?
It was an anomaly. Basically, Sean McDermott figured out that our linebackers were all beat up, and he took advantage of it with our former sixth-round pick in the 2019 draft with Ty Johnson. Just mollywopped us, raped us, and took advantage of us, and we got out-coached and out-played. But, you know, this was a get-right game, and we beat you by 17 points. But it should have been a lot closer. The turnovers were the tail of this game. The yards are almost identical, 474 to your 382. Keenan Allen, as usual, always destroys us. The running game was, we shut your running game down, so that's basically what happened.
Guys in here right now, Bandit or Darcy, make sure you guys share this around on your podcast for us. And Nate, the Great, let's make sure you guys share this for us, man. We really appreciate it. So Bandit, man, it's nice to meet you. First time having you on the show, man. How you feeling about this win today, man? I know it's the Bears, you know what I mean, but we played you guys tight last time, and looked like it was going to be another type of game. But like, you know, Darcy said, man, it was a tale of fumbles and turnovers. So how you feel about this win, man? What do you take from it? Is it a good win? Is it a bad win? Is it the Bears trash, man? We got to beat them. How you feel?
Neil.
I didn't hear your question. Go ahead one more time with that.
Oh.
You're cutting in and out on my end right now.
What do you think about the game there, Neil? Nate, you want to take that one?
You might have to come back in, bro. Darcy, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, Bandit, you might just come back in and come back out, bro. So Nate, nice to meet you, bro.
Nice to meet you too, man. This was a Dan Campbell win, man. The Lions haven't lost 2 in a row in a minute because of Dan Campbell, man. Dan Campbell, you know, when the general doesn't panic, the soldiers don't panic. And Campbell came out on the radio and said, hey, we got our ass kicked, we got punched in the mouth, but you know what? We're better for it. We're gonna come out and we're gonna lay it to you, and that's exactly what we did, man. The reason why this Lions team is so successful is because of Dan Campbell, man. Dan Campbell, everybody wants to run through a wall for this dude. Like he does what he means and he does what he says.
Yeah, it was a gut punch. You feel me? It was to get us back on track. We needed a loss like that. Hey, we played the Bills. People got mad and was ready to jump off the ship for the Lions after the Bills game, but we played that Bills game tough. It came down to the wire. You feel me? The onside kicks and everything. But that was something we needed. So big shout out to Dan Campbell and the coaching staff giving us our 13th win, the most wins we got in Lions franchise history right now.
Guys came out, you guys, you know, you look like the number 1 team in NFC for a lot of part of the game. You marched up on the field on us. You turned the ball over on us, man. You got Roma Dunze, rookie mistake. He should have got down on 1 fumble. Then it was another mistake. He didn't get the ball on the handoff. You know what I mean? And you guys are a good team. So speak on how good you guys could be by capitalizing on turnovers from us or any other team.
Well, personally, you lost to the Vikings in overtime, and then the Green Bay Packers. You had a chance to win that game, and they blocked your field goal. So realistically, we beat you by 17 points. So that makes us Lions fan feel good because we've been having close games with the Vikings and the Packers. So having this kind of win gives us a little bit more confidence with 22 guys on IR. Would you agree, guys?
Also too, we've been close with the Bears for a minute, and I was hoping this game was going to be one of those where we're going to win going away, because if this game was close going into the fourth quarter, I was a little worried because Caleb's been playing well. I mean, Caleb's going to be a good quarterback. He just needs to take his time and, they need to work on getting that line protected. But he's going to be a good quarterback. Like, I'm very impressed with him, and like he's going to be a menace to deal with for the next 10 years in that division, along with Jordan Love.
3 for 4 on fourth down. That's amazing.
Yeah. So CJ, you got any type of question? Any question you want to talk about? CJ, I'm upstairs. I'll be right back. CJ, you run the show, man.
My mic wasn't on. I'm sorry, y'all. I had the red button on. I'm talking to myself. Yeah, I used to do that all the time. But when you play a division rival, you play them twice a year, you get to know the team's tendencies, their do's and they don't. So every division game is going to be tough. So, and usually when we play the Bears, no matter when we play the Bears, it's a tough game. So for the Lions, and give a shout out to AG and that defense, you feel me? Because they playing with people that should be working on Walmart off the street right now. So for them to go in and do what they did in Chicago, man, you got to give props to that defense. And the turnover battle, any team that wins the turnover game gonna win. Except for when you play Jared Goff and he throw 5 interceptions and still win the touch and still win the game. But when you win the turnover battle, you win the game. So hey, you're right. Shout out to our defense.
Yeah, speaking of Jared Goff, how do you guys feel about him being your quarterback for the Lions for the next 5 to 10 years? How you guys feel about him?
Love it, man. The guy is playing some of the best football, not only this season, but of his career. I mean, he's probably playing better than he played when he went to the Super Bowl. Like, this guy is so disrespected by so many circles. All he does is just keep winning. And I think he has 35 touchdowns on the season. And this guy's not a runner. So Hurts and Allen are getting, their numbers are a little heightened because they're running quarterbacks and they get running touchdowns. Goff's not a running quarterback. He's got 35 touchdowns on the season. So this guy he's playing the best football I've seen him play ever.
What's the number one difference between Goff last year and this year? He's keeping the turnovers down and controlling. He's not fumbling the ball.
And the deep ball. He's hit the deep ball.
Everybody was complaining about, him and J-Mo. He ain't going to be able to throw the deep ball to J-Mo. It looked pretty good today. They had a connection that was pretty nice tonight. You feel me? So that's a shout out, and that goes to say danger to the rest of the league. When you see J-Mo getting 82 yards deep from Goff in the cold, imagine how fast he is on turf. Imagine what they're gonna do when they in that Ford Field. Come on now, so that put the whole league on alert. Like, Goff can put it there on the numbers in stride. I'm happy with the signing for Goff. He deserved every dollar that he got when he's re-signed with the Detroit Lions, and I gotta tell everybody that's my quarterback.
Yo, Jonathan Owens got fucking smoked, bro. J-Mo was jogging into the end zone, dog. Like
listen,
we don't have
another thing. We still haven't seen J-Mo's top speed yet. He still haven't ran his fast. He's like he's jogging when he out there on the field. Man, you catch. That's my guy, man. That's the real number 9 in Detroit right now. That's the real number 9 for real.
So Darcy, what are you guys going to take from this game, if anything, that you can bring to the next game and keep doing? Because you guys got a ton of guys that are out right now, right? But you guys are battle tested, and I always say I'm always looking at the teams that are battle tested. Don't show me a team that's healthy all year and one person go down and this person go down and they frauds. You guys look like you got enough depth right now. So what can you take, if anything, from this game as far as a next man up mentality? So who did you like today? Who came in and did their job?
Let's see. The defensive line that's all beat up, and they kept a good solid quarterback like Caleb Williams.
I think it's by the front door, she said.
Muhammad got a second sack of the year. I thought that was pretty impressive. We were 0 for 1 on fourth downs. You guys were 3 for 4 on fourth downs, so we need to get better on fourth downs. AG has to scheme something better. But your quarterback has ice veins in his veins. So And for the future, watch out, Chicago Bears. This is going to be a really good team. One more draft.
You know what, man? And, Caleb Williams, I was trying to save him for last, man. But, a lot of us are the Chicago Bears fans, even if you're keeping up with the NFC North right now, me as a Bears fan, and I don't know if I'm keeping Ryan Poles, bro. Every time, every loss, you get to see Ryan Poles, what he is, as far as like, okay, it was cute that you got DJ Moore. It was cute that you got Montez Sweat. It was cute that Caleb and Roman Doomsday fell in your lap. But when it comes down to the meat and bones of the draft, especially him being an ex-offensive lineman, man, Ryan Poles has not done a good job, bro. And you speaking about the future, I'm terrified, man. I'm terrified. Yeah. I don't understand how he's going to keep his job after what he's not been able to do in the meat and bones of the draft, man. So, Nate, man, how did you feel about Caleb, man? I know you're in your car right now, but what do you think, big dog?
I mean, Caleb's got a bright future, man. Like I said, there's a lot of things I like about him. His arm strength, the way he moves out of the pocket. He's got to set his feet more when he's throwing. But I mean, he just needs the right offensive coordinator to work with him. And I know a lot of the announcers kept talking about Ben Johnson being a fit for him because the way he talked about him. I don't know about that, but I think you got to get a guy who knows him and knows how to make an offense around him. But honestly, my biggest concern was the Bears were more of the defense. Like my friend, we were talking on our podcast, and he was telling me he wasn't worried about the Bears defense. And he's like, when Thomas Brown took over as interim head coach, the defense went down. Like they were giving up a lot more points. They weren't the Bears defense that they were with Eberflus. And if that's one thing Eberflus had his hands on was the defense. So, I mean, the Lions pretty much shredded the defense all game. I mean, I think we scored almost every possession except for maybe a couple of punts.
We didn't punt into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and that's unique for a Lions offense to be that good against a Bears defense. Because before the season started, the Bears defense was the best defense in the North.
Absolutely.
And I think that's a big concern going forward.
Yeah, the Bears defense, everybody should have expected that Bears defense was going to dip down once Eberflus left. Like, he was a defensive coordinator, man. That's his thing. Like, the team wants him as a defensive coordinator next year or years to come. He's going to get a job, bro. Like, the man can coach some defense. He can call some plays on defense. So, it's not surprising.
We'll take him.
Yeah, he's a defensive coordinator, bro. He might not be a good head coach. Everybody's not a good head coach. Everybody's not some people are just offensive coordinator, defensive coordinators. He's one of them. He is not a head coach. So, CJ, you've been not a fan of Eberflus for years. So speak on the defense dipping and speak on what Eberflus' impact and how good it was, especially on defense. Because we almost gave up 50, 40 points.
Yeah, I mean, his defense, the way he was coaching the defense was pretty good. But the Bears did have Billings. They did have a couple of guys on their defense that was helping the Bears out. Whisker, those two guys are not playing right now. So I think having those two guys out has been a big missing point for the Bears defense.
But let's be honest with you, that's not the reason why he. That's not the reason why he got fired.
We're on defense than anybody, man, and we're still finding ways to get stops.
Let's hold up, y'all. The reason why Eberflus was not the defense was not the reason why Eberflus got fired.
It wasn't right.
It was poor management of the clock and running that offense is the reason why he got fired. So you can say all this stuff about him on the defense, cool. But if you can't manage the game as a head coach and keep your team in a good position to win the game, you're not a head coach. That's the reason why he got fired.
Yeah, because over here in Bears Nation, we got our guy. He's our football.
He got fired.
Go ahead, George.
Go ahead. Anemic, man. Let's be honest. His offense he had no offensive coordinator. The offense is freaking terrible, man. That's why he got fired. I mean, that last play was like the icing on the cake.
Yeah, man, because we got our guy Allen was telling us over here that he was saving his defense and making the offense just be mediocre and not going to be an aggressive so he can save his defense. So we're looking at the offense like, how do we have all these weapons? Keenan Allen, Roman Doomsday, even Caleb, RPOs, whatever. Like, why are we not moving the ball? So Allen was saying that he's trying to save his defense and he's not an aggressive coach. And that made so much sense because it was night and day when Thomas Brown took over the Bears offense, it was night and day. I think Caleb has his 4th 300-yard game today with multiple touchdowns.
You know what the real problem with the Bears is? I'll tell you right now, is they have no running game. I'm sorry, Swift is not an all-down runner. We've had Swift in Detroit. He's made of glass. He's not a guy who's going to get you the tough yards all the time. You guys got to get a running game. You got to get a consistent running game to go with Caleb in the passing game. Because Caleb can throw darts and he can throw the deep ball, but you have to have a running game. Look at Goff. Goff has been so good because of the running game.
Nate, I disagree with you at that, because if you look at DeAndre Swift numbers from last year with Philly, he was over 1,000-yard rush. He made the Pro Bowl, so you can't say Swift is a bad back.
It's the offensive line, bro. It's the offensive
line. That's what made Chicago go pick up money and gave Swift that big contract. It's their offensive line. When you got all these weapons around you and no way to protect your quarterback and give him a chance to get them the ball, that's your offensive line.
Yeah, because he came from Philly, and that was pretty much a contender every year. That was a Super Bowl team. That's a playoff team. Every playoff team. Let me know what playoff team this year, last year doesn't have a good offensive line. I'll wait. Starting with you guys' offensive line. You know what I mean? Like,
running game. How about a good running game? I mean,
the running game or the pass game is nothing without it up front. Go ahead, Nate.
No. They marry each other. You can't have a good line without a good a running back. A good running game without a line. You can't have a line without a running back. I think they marry each other, just like the defense and the coverage do. The problem with the Bears get away from the running game too easily in a lot of games, but more so because they get down so quick, so they have to. You know, so you got to figure out how you don't get behind the sticks so much, because I think in the first quarter, y'all give up the most points in the first quarter out of any team, and the differential's like freaking ridiculous. Like, why do y'all get off to such a slow start? I don't understand.
That starts with play calling, coaching,
right?
Developing your players.
Right.
It shouldn't take for your team shouldn't be a Cadillac from 1988 that you gotta sit there in the driveway and let it warm up before you pull out. You feel me? I'm just saying, like, that start with coaching. That start with the athletic directors down over there.
Right now, so I mean, what's the excuse now?
Conditioning coach.
I mean, the Bears fans were easy to put Eberflus on the one as the blame for everything. Well, he's gone. The defense sucks, and the offense is still bad. So what's the excuse now?
The excuse is that we kept the offensive line coach and didn't fire his ass. We fired Eberflus, we fired Shane Waldron, and all the Chicago Bears will keep the fucking offensive line coach Chris Morgan on his team. This is the stuff that the Chicago Bears do, bro. This is what we do. The man's still here. I don't know if he has pictures of somebody's naked wife. I don't know if he had pictures of the bodies buried somewhere. I don't know what's going on with Chris Morgan as far as him being the offensive line head coach, bro.
And y'all lost Braxton Jones too in this game. I hope he's okay.
I got a question. So is our general manager going to be fired this year?
Go ahead, CJ. I'm going to let CJ go ahead, and I'm going to talk after C. CJ can talk about the GM.
I ain't got much to say about Ryan Poles.
He ain't cooking. That's
that offensive line.
I mean,
it's funny. Bears fans thought that he was on the same level as Brad Holmes.
And he just got, like, Ryan Poles was kind of good with money. When Ryan Poles first got here, okay, fine. You got rid of Khalil Mack contract. You got rid of Robert Quinn. You let Akeem Hicks go. You know what I'm saying? You did a lot of things to get the draft capital back. You know what I mean? You got lucky with the Texans and the Carolina Panthers. But when it came down to us watching as Bears fans, even when we had Justin Fields, even though he's not a good passer of the football, he was still struggling to get good passing lanes and everything else because the offensive line was poor. So I'm sitting here watching the draft. I'm like, oh, well, we got the first pick again. Oh, we got Carolina's pick. We got Carolina's second pick. So a lot of people in the fan base are even questioning Ryan Poles. Like, so why the hell did you get a project offensive lineman in the third round with Karan Idonije, and he's not a starter? Why would you draft Hunter in the fourth round?
Rome. You could have got the best lineman in the draft instead of Rome.
Did you just hear the name? Did you say he got rid of all them people that you just named was key people on your team?
Yeah.
Key people. So for him to get rid of a Khalil Mack like he wasn't nothing. Get rid of a Quinn like he wasn't nothing. It's coming back to bite y'all in the butt because now, like you said, since y'all got rid of y'all head coach, y'all defense is downhill. Your offense is laying up and running, and he's keeping the offensive line coach, who I don't know who he is or nothing about him. But you say he's bad.
But to be fair,
the
Bears.
Do he keep his job after this year, knowing that all the bad moves that he has made already?
But to be fair, the Bears have struggled at hitting on a quarterback too, because they got all that draft capital multiple times, and they've missed on quarterbacks. You know,
I got a question. Would the Bears' record be any better this year if they had Justin Fields than Caleb Williams?
Hell no.
I'm just saying.
I think
if Justin Fields had the Pittsburgh Steelers 4-1 before Russell came back.
Yeah.
So anything
We had a better team, bro. It's a team. It's a team. And it's situational IQ. Justin Fields struggled with situational awareness, situational IQ. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not.
If you would have gave Justin Fields all the weapons that you gave Caleb Williams right now, he would have succeeded. Period. Because when that offensive line breakdown, Justin Fields is more capable of scrambling and making a play happen than Caleb Williams is.
But he doesn't throw the ball upfield, bro. And Justin Fields sucked in the fourth quarter. We watched Justin Fields.
Caleb Williams,
right there.
Hold on. As an Ohio State fan, I'm going to stop you right there. Don't say Justin Fields can't throw the deep ball, because all that man did at Ohio State was throw the deep ball when he played for Ohio State. So don't say it's the deep ball at all. That comes on bad coaching, bad general manager decisions. Like you said, trying to get capital for the draft, throwing everything in for Caleb Williams, but not throwing everything in for Justin Fields. Justin Fields didn't have all these weapons when he was here.
Justin Fields had Cole Kmet. Justin Fields had DJ Moore. Justin Fields had Darnell Mooney. Justin Fields had David Montgomery. At some point, you have to put the accountability on the quarterback. Caleb Williams has 4 games, a 4-game winning drive that he won, that if it wasn't for coaching and the other players on the team, he would have 4 comeback wins as a rookie, bro. There's a part of football to where your quarterback can't lose you a game. You can't lose the game.
Lose no games. He ain't go to Pittsburgh and lose no games. He didn't go to Pittsburgh and lose no games. He wasn't the reason Pittsburgh was losing them games when they was 4-1.
So but he was still the same Justin Fields, bro.
A little bit biased here because he's an Ohio State slappy here. He's a little biased.
Pittsburgh got better offensive line.
Hey, when's the last time
Pittsburgh
you beat us?
Better offensive line in the running game.
Beat us, Neil?
Darcy, where's Michigan doing at home? They sitting there watching the game with us right now. So
let me ask the guys a question, because y'all made a point the last time I was on y'all's show about the franchise of the Bears, about how they don't hire people who know football. Remember y'all said that?
I remember that. Yeah.
So Ryan Poles falls under that same category because Ryan Poles was the commissioner of the Big Ten, right? Former?
Kevin Warren,
yeah.
Oh,
Kevin Warren was.
My bad. I thought Ryan Poles was okay. Okay, well then never mind. I thought Ryan Poles was the former commissioner that came on to B&G. My bad. So it was Kevin Warren. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Can I announce something?
Lions did.
Can I announce something? Let's get a big round of applause for the Green Bay Packers because they can't win the division now. It doesn't matter if we lose out and they win out. We got the tiebreakers. Sorry, Green Bay sloppies, but
the Packers,
you're
bro.
not going to win the division.
Thank you to the commies. Thank you to the commies for beating Philadelphia. We just needed one. That's all we needed.
Oh, what's the Vikings score? Anybody know the Vikings score?
No, all right, now look. Now the real show begins. The real show begins. The real show begins. Now, Darcy, I'm gonna go with you with this question.
Okay,
Darcy, I'm gonna go with you with this question.
All right, this is my last question.
You see Caleb Williams in his potential. So, what will make Ben Johnson? Because it's reported that he's willing to listen to the Chicago Bears in the offseason. He's willing to listen to the Chicago Bears, pitching to him. But what will make him either leave Detroit or stay with Detroit? What do you think?
Well, since I've had Ted Rath on almost every week, he's an old colleague of him. He coached with him in Miami. So I think he really wants to win the Super Bowl. Now, if they are this close and he feels that they can win a Super Bowl, I don't think you're going to get it this next year. I don't think you are. I think he wants to win a Super Bowl before he leaves. Now, if he wins the Super Bowl, I think they're both gone. And I'd sure love to have Eberflus as our defensive coordinator. And wouldn't that be great if they did Swap-a-Rooey, just like Jahmyr Gibbs did that little spinorama on you guys today? Did you see that? It was pretty nice.
Yeah, that was nasty.
That's Sonic right there.
All right, go ahead. I'm gonna let you go, Nate. Go ahead, Nate. I'll go after you.
Okay, so here's the thing with the Ben Johnson thing. Ben Johnson ain't going to Chicago unless you guys get a line. Because if you don't have a line, he's got no run game. And if you got no run game, Ben Johnson's offense is not going to work. Because Ben Johnson's offense is predicated on the run game.
On the run game, yeah.
And if the Lions, and if you watch the Lions play, everything is based on the run game. All Jared Goff's big, beautiful passes are because of play action. So if you got no line, I don't see how Ben Johnson goes at that team. That would be dumb. Because then you basically be with the same team, but you got a quarterback, you got weapons, but you got no line. So who's going to protect your quarterback?
I thought the line played pretty damn good today, if you ask me.
Well, who are they playing against? Come on, Darcy.
Oh, they're Super Bowl contenders.
Hey, look, you ain't gonna hurt my feelings talking about my Bears. I know my team trash, bro. It's not one of them shows, bro. I'm gonna agree right with you until we play better. Then I can talk some shit, but I can't say nothing. So Bandit.
Talking about our defensive line, like who was y'all Bears line playing against our defensive line today?
Yeah, I mean Muhammad.
Other than the 59 yards rushing, I don't think you guys married the run with the pass very well for our team, and you didn't load the box very well either. You stopped us up A gaps and B gaps, but when Jahmyr got outside, even Craig Reynolds, I think his average was probably 7 yards a carry for the three or four carries he had. But you guys need to learn to marry the run with the pass. Make us pull our linebackers up and stop the run. We didn't do that enough.
Yeah, we got
Ben Johnson. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead, Bandit.
No.
Let me tell y'all why. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Bandit. Like, give me your reason why he would stay with the Lions or why he would leave.
Let me tell you why Ben Johnson will not leave and go to the Bears. First of all, your organization is so out of whack right now. He's not going to go somewhere where it's now established. Y'all have the personnel, but y'all don't have the top-notch management that he needs to flourish over there. Y'all not going to do the things that he needs to do or bring in the pieces that he wants to bring in.
That part.
Bring the pieces that he wants to bring in for his whole team to work. And not also, I think he has so much loyalty to Detroit that if he do accept the job, it won't be in the NFC North. I don't think he's going to backstab Dan Campbell and Sheila Ford and everybody here in Detroit like that. Just because he has so much loyalty for this team, so much love for his team, that he know if he was to go to someone in our division, it would be a bad rep for him. So I don't think he's going to go. If he's going to go to anybody, it would be like, I hate to say it, someone like the Dallas Cowboys or something like that. Yeah, someone not in his division.
I have him going to Dallas if Mike McCarthy.
Yeah,
he's going to go to the Jaguars.
or them. I'll throw another reason why too is that Ben Johnson wants full player personnel control.
Anyone to call his own plays.
And that's going to be a problem because you guys talk about the Bears, how they have a lot of people that don't have a lot of football knowledge. Well, if somebody comes in wanting to call their own shots right off the bat and know nothing about the culture, they're not going to be a fit for that team.
And I don't see him leaving after he got another year with Detroit. I feel like it's not going to be this year. It's going to be the year after next.
He's gone.
So please take that Bears hat off my offensive coordinator, please. Like, that looks so good. Take that Bears hat off my offensive coordinator. You're making my man look bad right now. I'm just saying.
All right, listen, guys. Man. Thanks for having me on the show. I appreciate it. Okay. G.
All right, Darcy, man.
Take care, Darcy.
Yep. See ya.
Oh, Darcy dipping out?
Yeah, I have to go.
Hey, Coach Darcy, he still got to go marinate from after that, Michigan not being in the playoffs. That's what he got to go do. He got to get ready.
Listen, look, the reason why he will even entertain coming to Chicago Bears is number 18, bro. Now, we don't know what he's thinking. We don't know what he's feeling because you have a quarterback that's yet to one thing, Caleb Williams is here. 2, he's never been a head coach before. 3, Caleb Williams has not entered his prime yet. If he feels like Jared Goff, like you said, you got to win a Super Bowl and you don't, hey, man, you got a young stud rookie quarterback out here, man, that's thrown over 300 passes without an interception, 3,000 yards his first year, almost 20 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. If I'm looking at that, look, you can shake your head all you want to, Bandit. Look, man, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm just giving you perspective, man. I'm just being transparent. I'm just being transparent, bro.
Jared Goff and Caleb Williams are two different quarterbacks. First and foremost, Caleb Williams is a wild card. He takes too many chances. He's not nobody you can be structured. He's a wild card. Jared Goff is somebody you can structure. Like, okay, I understand that. But your boy already got a chip on his shoulder. You're talking about the man that wanted 25% or something of the organization just to sign with the team. He's not the same thing that Ben Johnson's going to go in here and want to play with. He's already too big-headed. Jared Goff came here with a chip on his shoulder. There's no chip on Caleb Williams' shoulder right now. Not at all. He feel like he the man, first-round draft pick. I did all this in college. I deserve half.
No, that's cap, my boy. And that's cap, Bandit. That's cap, bro.
That's not
Caleb be pissed off
before the draft. Caleb Williams, he don't want no quarterback that's painting his fingernails and going to the salon before the game. You feel me? Talking about breaking the nail before. I'm just saying.
Now you talking about the fingernails, bro. We can't talk about the real stuff, man. You gonna talk about the fingernails?
You paint your fingernails before you go. You paint your fingernails before you go to the bar.
No, I would never do no shit like that.
Exactly. You go. The person that's riding your passenger seat when you ride to the bar paint his fingernails.
He didn't have no nails painted today.
If your quarterback alone.
Listen, your main dog you going to the club with got spirit fingers walking to the club. You know, I'm just saying, you got me messed up, bro. There's no way. He unstructured.
Let me ask him a question real quick. Okay, you mentioned Ben Johnson's inexperience as head coach. That's a true fact. He's never been a head coach. With a franchise as fragile as the Bears right now, is it wise to take a shot at a guy who's got no experience as a head coach, or is it better to go with somebody who's more proven and can get them out of the shithole they're in right now?
CJ, go ahead. I'll go ahead and answer that. See if you want to, man. I'm gonna piggyback off of you, man.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
I mean, the only thing I care about is Caleb Williams' development. That's it. That's all I care about.
I'm just saying, can
Ben Johnson develop Caleb Williams? I don't know.
Absolutely, he could. Absolutely could. But this is the same person that said he's not going to accept the head coaching job because there's how hard it is to get a head coaching job. He don't want to be there for 1 or 2 years and then have to worry about getting cut and then have to all over it.
Getting some interference for somebody's phone, so whoever that is, probably got to just mute your mic. That's probably Nate.
Yeah, I think you came off the car.
Hey Nate, mute your mic for us, big dog. Mute your mic. Testing. Yeah, he got to mute his mic.
Nate.
I think he fixed it. Nah, he ain't fixed it yet.
You can mute him right now. Then,
oh, you know what? I can. You know what? You're right. I can. You're absolutely right. Oh no! I say I can't. I can't mute him. He got to mute himself. Hold on. Let me remove him real quick. Hey, you hear Bandit? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, G.
I can't hear you, Bandit. What happened? You turned the mic off?
My bad. I was making sure I wasn't the one that's echoing. But yeah, this is my dream right here. Being here with 2 Bears fans. Let's talk some football.
I don't know, CJ. That might be yours, CJ. I heard that.
Oh, me?
Yeah, see if you can mute it, because it might be me. I'm going to come back in. How's this? Is that better?
Yeah, no echo.
I kicked the wrong person out the goddamn line. Tell Nate to come back in here, man. What's up, Craig? Craig says that a family Xmas right now. I'll watch the replay. Appreciate the love, much love. Yeah, we appreciate you, Craig. We know you're busy, man. But to answer Nate's question, I'm just bringing this up because it's a hot topic, and he did say he'll listen to the Chicago Bears. But like Nate said, like the organization is not solid, and he's not going to be aligned, knowing that your GM going to be fired. That he could potentially be fired. Like, why would I align my once in an opportunity lifetime job with a GM that's not going to be here? So me personally, I'm not going with an offensive coordinator to be a head coach. He's never been a head coach before. It's a lot of things that's been insulated in Detroit for him to do his job well, which you have to give credit to the organization up top for. Like, you take away everything from Ben Johnson, we don't know what he is. You take away the offensive line, you take away the running backs, you take away the receivers. Some people look good, and some people don't look at the things that, why is he good? You know what I mean? See, we have a quarterback that's learning how to play and play well when everything around him is not going right. Is Ben Johnson that type of offensive coordinator? When everything is going wrong, I can still do some shit. That's the scary part. That's any offensive coordinator. That's some scary shit. Go ahead, man.
And this is the thing right here. It ain't Ben Johnson's playbook. This is Dan Campbell's playbook. So you think you go get the same playbook when you go to the Bears if you come get here? No, this is Dan Campbell's offense, Dan Campbell's defense, Dan Campbell's team. So you're not going to get the same offense when Ben Johnson is away from Dan Campbell.
Hey,
period.
I'm going to clip that up right there. I'm going to clip that up because that's very important. A lot of fans don't know that, bro. What you just said about it being Dan Campbell's playbook and all of that, that's very important to know. That's another reason why I want him as my offensive coordinator, because it's not his playbook. So just because you see the shiny new toy on deck, the shiny new this and that, don't mean he the man. You know what I mean? Just imagine if Jerry Krause has Michael Jordan and he drafted Scottie Pippen, but you didn't have Phil Jackson. Like, sometimes it don't match, man. It just don't match.
Why you think he ain't left already? He had coaching jobs lined up for him last year. Why you think he ain't left here? He's still learning the Dan Campbell offense, the Dan Campbell ways to be a successful coach. He right now is an intern, basically. He's that new intern when a new person he's in his internship, you feel me, before we hire him in here full time. That's what he is right now. Ben Johnson is an intern under Dan Campbell. This is not Ben Johnson's. I look at y'all on the camera. This is not Ben Johnson's offense. This is Dan Campbell's offense. You feel me? Wherever Dan say goes. If Dan tell Ben Johnson, hey, we're going for it on fourth down, right. Ben Johnson like, hey, we're going for it on fourth down. It's not Ben Johnson's decision. Them are Dan Campbell decisions. Period. And I'm gonna put my bus back on. You know what,
Nate? I kicked the wrong person out. It was CJ Mike, man.
Okay,
that was CJ.
What was that? No, it's all good. Bandit did bring up a good point. It is Dan Campbell's playbook, but Ben Johnson has been the passing game coordinator before.
I'll be right back.
So Ben,
y'all go ahead, bro. Good show, man. I like you guys, man. You guys killing. Go ahead.
Yeah, but Ben did help create that playbook. But the thing is, Ben Johnson could freaking make his own playbook if he wanted to. That's not the issue. My thing is with Ben Johnson and Caleb. I don't know if they're a good match. Because
exactly.
Caleb is more like I think I told you on the show last time. Caleb to me is more like a Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen. You know, your prototypical mobile kind of quarterback. And for Ben Johnson, he needs a running game, and he needs a guy who can also throw from the pocket consistently, and this is where Caleb needs to get better at.
Hey Jay, if you turn your phone down a little bit, it won't echo. And I'm gonna tell y'all another secret. If y'all turn your phone sideways, it'll be full screen. You gotta have your screen thing on where it can turn full screen, but it'll be full screen.
I'm on my phone.
If you turn your phone where it say your screen is on sideways, it'll be a full screen. And if you turn your volume down, it won't echo.
Okay, hold up. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. So I just don't think they're a good match. I think Cliff Kingsbury might make more sense because he's familiar with Caleb Williams.
Whew, there we go. What I missed?
Are we on the same topic we was talking about?
Feedback.
Jay, turn your phone down. There you go.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Ben Johnson, like we were saying, man. I don't know, bro. Like, I'm terrified of an offensive coordinator to come in because we seen Shane Waldron.
Yeah. You don't want.
And look how Geno Smith. Hold on. And look how Geno Smith was playing when he was there. So you always have to think what is really going on for these teams being built to run. It's not always the offensive coordinator to get all the credit. You know what I mean, CJ?
You on mute, bro. You on mute. Yep.
So going forward, man, Bandit, man. So hold on, man. So shout out to you guys for winning the division. Because I can't stand the Packers, bro. I do not like the Packers, bro. Fuck Green Bay. Because I've been a fan of the Lions since Herman Moore, Barry Sanders, Matthew Stafford. You know what I'm saying? Big fan. I just love Detroit, man.
I just hope that we don't get the bandwagon fans that was so quick to jump off the ship when we lost last week to the Bills. When they was one of the hottest teams in the league. And we put them to a 6-point loss.
Somebody got to come back in and come out, man. Somebody got to come back in. Please. We got Armando saying, joke. Yeah, the Bears, man. We got a lot of Bears content, but we're waiting on the other podcast to show up, man. So, you know, the Bears, man, we're a bad team, and it's coming down to just what's up top, man. Like we lucked up and got Caleb Williams. Like I said, Caleb Williams don't even supposed to fucking be here. He don't even supposed to be here technically, man. So I'm terrified of the future, man. Like this is Ryan Pohl's like 4th draft, man, and 4 drafts, bro, and we haven't improved. We got 2 more wins over Carolina, bro. 2 more wins. Like the roster really ain't improved. So imagine if we didn't have Caleb Williams and Roman Dunes and little cute stuff that we got on the team right now. Imagine that, bro. Like, come on, man. It's crazy.
Where y'all drafting this year? Right now? Are y'all top 5 again?
Bro, we had to drive. I think we got
line.
Go ahead, Bandit.
It has to be line. For the Bears to be any
relevant, it got to be line, bro. Yeah. It got to be offensive line, man.
Or running back, but Gentry's not going to go that high.
They just signed Swift for what, 2-year deal?
I don't think we should go running back, bro. I think we should just go. I think we should go offensive line, man. We got to copy some of the stuff that y'all got going on in Detroit. If you want to be a serious team, you got to build their trenches up, man. You got to build the trenches up.
Yep. Exactly.
And y'all need secondary help. Besides Jonathan, y'all ain't got no secondary help.
Right.
They say when you build a team.
So how y'all looking next week, man? How do y'all feel about next week, man? How do y'all feel about what scares y'all the most about y'all team going forward, man? What's terrifying outside of help, bro?
Honestly, to be real with you,
play calling.
No.
Okay.
I can honestly say nothing because we're gonna be getting players back before the playoffs. With Philadelphia losing, y'all giving us a head up, and all goes in on that Minnesota game. So, and we're not really scared of Minnesota. Not at all. So I really ain't scared. I'm really. They played. I don't know. I checked the score right now. But last time I checked, Minnesota was up 7-0.
Yeah, if they lose tonight, it's over. We win the division, and we're good.
Oh, for real? It's coming down to that?
Yeah, that Eagles loss was huge. I mean, yeah, because basically, even if we lose to the Niners, the Eagles can't. They can tie us in the record race, but we have strength of schedule and everything else over them. differential and everything.
That's why that AFC game against the Bills really didn't matter because it was in the AFC, not an NFC.
Yeah. That didn't matter, man. That didn't matter at all.
It was a throwaway game in some aspects.
Because I don't even see nobody. You know what? I'm lying. Vikings can go through a shootout with you guys. If it comes, y'all can do shootouts because y'all did one with the Bills, and Vikings can do a shootout too, man. So if it come down to it, Brent, do you think that y'all can win a shootout, bro? Or have y'all done it already this season?
Yes, because we're playing at our house.
You're talking about a team. You're talking about a team that averaged 30 points a game. You're talking about a team that put up 50 points multiple times this season. You're talking about a team whose defense has lost Aiden Hutchinson, Davenport. We have lost CB3, 23. Right. We have lost Angeloni. We have lost, and still is relevant. Still not letting teams, except for the goddamn Bills, who are hot right now, get over 20 points. Our offense has been clicking since last year. J-Mo has been stepping up since that year, that debacle we call a second year last year, where he had missed 2 games.
J-Mo is the reason why this offense is taking the step forward.
Listen, Nate, you see the first jersey I ordered, baby. J-Mo is nasty, and him being with that connection with golf, with the deep ball on stride, on point, is scary. Scary, Nate. Nate, you know, we used to work together. It's scary. You called me when you need your intro and everything. I had you, baby. You know, J-Mo is scary. It put the lead on notice, like, hey, not only do we got to worry about Amon-Ra St. Brown no more, we got to worry about J-Mo Williams. Them goddamn Detroit Lions.
To re-ask the question, I am concerned with the play calling because there's times where Ben Johnson has made some questionable calls in my mind that have either stalled the offense or lost the situations. And you can't do that in the playoffs against better defenses. Like this all this lateral fake stuff is all great against the Bears. It's not going to work against a top caliber defense. And so, you know, I definitely think that, you know, once the season ends, you're going to see how good of a coach Ben Johnson's going to be in the playoffs, what he learned from last year, and you're also going to see how good of a coach AG is and what he learned from last year. And if those coordinators are on point, we're going to go to Super Bowl and we're going to win it. But if they're not on point...
Nate, let me tell you why I disagree. I'm going to let you know why I disagree with you, bro. And you know I got nothing but love and respect for you. But let me let you know why I disagree with you. Them trick plays and everything, keeping them in the back pocket, is keeping the defense on their toes.
Yeah. If you can hit those at the right time, that's daily.
They don't know when he's going to do it or not to do it, and they always have to worry about that in the back of your mind. It's like a dude who been with a girl who cheated on him before. You always worry about if that goddamn boat is going to cheat on you again. You feel me? It makes you look stupid. Them plays and shit, them plays and that play calling, Nate, is in the back of their mind. So every team has to be worried about that, bro.
Neil, you're not going to see that many in the playoffs, man, because the defenses are a lot better and they're a lot smarter. These are smarter teams that we're going to be playing against. I think we could see some, but all I'm saying is the play calling from Ben Johnson and the play calling from AG is what's going to take us to the top. If our play calling,
you put my Uncle AG in here, where everything he had to work with, all the losses.
I mean, I'm a Lions fan first and foremost, but I'm just calling it real. Like, the defense has to keep playing, taking the ball away, and stepping up because the
Cleveland Browns. And plus, look at the pregame show. Y'all more welcome to come in. You know, just inbox me, Neil Green on Facebook, and Detroit Fan Report on X and on YouTube. But with all that said, bro, Caleb Williams, yes, he got a lot of strides, but he's not the best quarterback coming out this draft this year. He's not going to win Rookie of the Year.
No, he's not going to win Rookie of the Year.
Okay, with that said,
that's James Daniels. I think James Daniels going to get it.
Oh yeah, he deserves it.
Don't forget that boy over in Denver.
Yeah, but
Onyx.
Don't forget that boy over in Denver.
Yep. So apparently you're not going to like this as a Bear fan, but apparently that stumble was a fake play call.
It was a trick play.
It was a trick play. That's crazy.
Oh, so Caleb got that fumble?
No. That trick play when During that trick play when we stumbled, and Jameer Gibbs fell down like he ain't get the handoff, and Jared Goff act like he stumbled.
That was a design.
That was a trick play.
That was a design. Yeah.
So him falling and stumbling was a trick, really?
Yeah.
Trick
They've
play.
been practicing it for like 4 times this week. Yeah. That's crazy.
Bro.
Hey, and it's
You guys
so
are
cold in the
crazy.
D. We're gonna pull out all the cards to make sure we win. You feel me? With that same man.
That's
Hey, my man.
hilarious.
Hey, make sure you hit me up, bro. Add me on Facebook, man. Neil Green Senior, bro. Nate, you know how to get in contact with me anytime you want.
You say what, senior?
Definitely.
Neil
man,
Green
so.
Senior. NEALGREN, just like the color. Neil Green Senior. Detroit Fan Report.
Man, we appreciate you guys coming in, bro, and bringing the energy, man.
Detroit
And
Fan
I'll
Report,
talk
where I'm at on YouTube.
Yeah,
Nate, hit
we're
me
gonna
up,
plug
bro.
you. Yeah, we gonna plug you, man. And then if I need to get you, I'll just talk to Darcy, man. That's CJ homeboy. Has been rock with the CNG podcast for a minute, man. So I'll just get your information from Darcy and send it to
Hey,
you.
I ain't gonna lie. I started my whole podcast through Darcy, man. Big shout out to Coach Darcy. You feel me? He sent me to my first Lions game. You feel me? Like, I got nothing but love here. Even though we lost, it's not 22 like everybody was saying. 22 people, not 22 people we got online. That's on IR. Shout out to Jeremy. Make sure he let me know that. Even though all the debacles we have on defense, this offense is gonna rumble. AG is gonna make sure we are bend and break defense, and it's Super Bowl or nothing this year.
Better shape.
Yeah, man. I agree, man. It's nuts, bro. Andy and them on their way in here right now, man. Andy and them coming, man. Let's get it going. Yeah, Allen was cooking Arnold, but you're talking about an 8-year vet against a rookie. You know what, man? Speaking on that point, bro, Keenan Allen. I can turn my video on right now. Man, Keenan Allen, bro, he knows all the holes in his zone, man. He knows every fucking hole in the zone, bro. And that shit is money every single time. Keenan Allen, if he can be consistent for the rest of the year, CJ, do you think that Ryan Poles will give him an extension for at least 2 years, maybe 2 years, $26 million? You know what I mean? Because he is like a security blanket.
I would think that Keenan Allen will be here one more year. If he's consistent like he was today,
Then some of the stuff I talked. Caleb, he's actually passed for 3,000 yards today, man. And he had a touchdown to Keenan Allen that was on a rope. That was a nasty touchdown. So, CJ, can you speak about the expectations? Because we did a show. Remember when we did that show, we guessed how many yards he was going to have? I think I had 3,600 yards, 30-some touchdowns. I think you had like 4,000. But despite everything going wrong around Caleb Williams, but for him to throw for 3,000 yards and under 10 interceptions and almost 20 touchdowns, how do you feel about his progress with the offensive line, him taking sacks? Just to see that number out there for a rookie, man, him having multiple 300-yard games. How do you feel about Caleb, bro?
I mean, the fact that Caleb has played this well with the offensive line looking the way it looks, and the fact that he's hanging in there, man, he's getting hit every week. You know, the offense looks like trash every week. And the fact that kid is hanging in there, he hasn't thrown the white flag. You know, you gotta give props to him. You know, Caleb could have folded a long time ago when this was going bad. But the fact that he's played the way he's played with the offensive line looking the way it looks, you gotta give him his props.
Yeah, man, we looking at a quarterback that should have 4 wins. We should be fighting for a playoff spot with the Hail Mary and a timeout and the block field goal. You know what I mean? His receivers dropping passes, all this other stuff that's, that pretty much helped us lose games. Caleb Williams, even today, he was a reason why we were in the game, man. Like, he really was, man. So, Caleb Williams, man, I think he's going to be a star, man. I think he's going to be a solid quarterback. I think he's going to hit that film room in the offseason and really study what he did wrong. And he's going to come back better next year, man. So, hopefully the offensive line gets fixed. But we got Jeremy right here saying, with the talk coming out of you guys' front office, Poles might not be there. Bro, Ryan Poles, I don't know if you heard me earlier. And I was a Ryan Poles guy. You know what I mean, Jeremy? So, like I said, we got lucky with the Caleb Williams. We got lucky with Roma Doomsday falling to us at 9. We got lucky with the Carolina and the Houston Texans and the Lovie Smith winning the game for us over the Houston at. But, he did some cute stuff getting DJ Moore and Montez and all this other shit, but he hasn't done nothing in the draft as far as the meat and bones of the draft, when I mean meat and bones, I mean the trenches. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Chicago Clarence of the the Bears Den podcast. I cannot wait to hear what this man has to say. Asked me about coming on the show this week, and I said, bro, you're welcome to come on the show anytime you want to. So we're going to give the floor to Chicago Clarence. I know Andy's pulling up any second too. So Jeremy, if you in here, man, this man knows football. Man, he's the most transparent Bears fan outside of me and CJ and a couple other people, because that's what we just real fans. So Chicago Clarence, take off. 3, 2, 1. The floor is yours.
How you guys doing?
Man, we good, bro.
Merry Christmas to you guys, man. Just want to send some love y'all way. Appreciate you guys having me on the show. I love being on this platform. Man, and it's just it's another one of those nightmares come true, man. It's the gift that keeps on giving, brother. You're a rookie guy. We have got to get him a left tackle. We've got to get him a left guard. We've got to get him a right guard. And he needs a center. We have got to do all of that minimum this offseason. Minimum.
See, look, Jeremy, see what I said? This guy is a professional, man. And Andy, we're going to get interest for the draft in Detroit. Congratulations, bro. Congratulations, man. I love to hear stuff like that, man. Hard work pays off. But then Jeremy says, I feel the biggest mistake in the past draft was taking a wide receiver at 9 instead of the best interior O-lineman. So, wow, I guess we can start there with you, Andy, man. Go ahead and speak on that and just give us your thoughts about the overall game, too. But we can speak to Jeremy's comment first. What do you think?
I just echo what my boy Chicago Clarence said. It's just the same old thing over and over and over again. The defense is definitely quit. They seem that they checked out. The linebackers I thought were horrible, but we got no pressure on the quarterback as usual. We just run this basic, vanilla, simple zone. It seems like the players are always running free. It seems like we have no one within 5 to 10 yards of them. And as for Jeremy's comment, I can't argue with anybody that said we should have taken an offensive lineman at number 9. Our offensive lineman, I feel, is the biggest Achilles heel after defensive line. After head coach. We need to get a good offensive lineman at number 9 instead of Odunze. I think Odunze is going to be a great player. I have nothing against him, but I can't argue with anybody who feels that way. So we should have gone offensive line at number 9.
Yeah, man, and I agree with everything that you said in Chicago Clarence said, but we're gonna get to a couple of comments. Jeremy said the Bears defense is step back with Flus there. Washington is a DT by title, and that's what Chicago Clarence was saying. Like, he's not, just because you give someone a title don't mean that they're that person. Just because I said you my wife don't mean you can do wifely things. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people want these pretty titles and don't understand the responsibility that come along with a title. You know what I mean, Andy? Like, things come with a title that embody and personify something you're supposed to do. That is something that I have not seen from Eric Washington. He's still pushing that soft-ass zone that we get shredded for. You go and you study fucking film every week. Why are we continually doing the same things over and over and over? So when a guy like Jared Goff comes to play, he knows what part of the field he's going to attack. He's going to attack because he's studying the film.
Yeah.
These people are coming to the Chicago Bears and they do not seem like they're students of the game. Just because you say you're a defensive coordinator, that don't mean you're a good defensive coordinator. Just because you say you're a head coach, that don't mean you're a good head coach. You know what I mean? So if everybody thought that the defense was going to be any better with Eberflus gone, you don't know football, bro. You don't know football. He says, watch for the link for the channel. I'll sub. Maybe we can collab. We can definitely collab, man. You're a Detroit podcaster. We can collab, bro. Just hit the like button right here on Facebook and follow if you're on YouTube or Facebook. And, man, we'll get to you, Jeremy. And he says, weapons are pretty, but games are won in the trenches. Chicago Clarence. And I love, is that a Justin Fields jersey you got on right now?
It is.
You know what, man? This comment right here. He says weapons are pretty, but games are won in the trenches. So we went out there and did some cute stuff in free agency, man. Cute, you got DJ Moore extended, and cute, you got Montez Sweat and the light-skinned boys doing the Step Brothers and Roma Doomsday, but he hasn't done anything in the draft as far as the medium.
One of the things that we have been discussing on our show is that very thing. You cannot have a franchise quarterback if you don't have a line to protect him. I don't care who you are. If you can't keep your quarterback outright, he can be Tom Brady, he can be Joe Montana, he can be Patrick Mahomes, no matter who you put back there. If your line cannot protect him, then you don't have a quarterback. And that should have been something that Ryan Poles should have adjusted. The fact that he came out and told us that we were going to have the most depth at offensive line than we've ever had is an indictment on his thinking. Because I don't know how in the world that you can sit there and trot out Braxton Jones at left tackle, whom I have been screaming since day one was not a left tackle. But you're going to try him out there and feed him to us, a guy who gets on tape and tells you that he is susceptible to be ran over with the bull rush. Then what in the world are you doing at left tackle? No wonder our guy's been sacked 60 times. But you can't win in football if your offensive line is playing the way ours are. And then on top of that, we keep Chris Morgan here, who was here from the previous regime, and he was terrible at his job then. We let him come back and be the offensive line coach this year, and we wonder why our offensive line sucks again. This is the stuff that infuriates me. Because just like I said before, we are everyday Joe Schmoes. But if we can see it, then why in the world can the people who's paid to fix this team cannot see it? Every year, game after game after game, we get sent nonsense and they expect us to swallow it and ask for more. I am tired of it. That guy has been playing his heart out. He has played 9 straight games and has not turned the ball. He has not thrown an interception, and we are not giving him any help. And then you got some people that shows up on our show and tells us that they think that we should be drafting Ashton Jenkins. You don't build that offensive line up. We have been screaming about the defensive line, and once again, you're gonna trade for Montez Sweat, give up a second round pick, and you don't give him no help. And so it's no wonder we're struggling out there to get pressure on the quarterback. Every quarterback that plays us starts with the one who let the Carolina Panthers give you DJ Moore. We should have asked for Brown. That was common sense. At least we could have got Brian Burns, but we knew we needed another pass rusher. You can't run a cover 2 defense if you can't get pressure on your quarterback with your front 4. Everybody knows that. Stevie Wonder watching the game will tell you that. You got to be able to get pressure on the quarterback. We cannot do it. So the fact that you have a pedestrian defensive line, you got a terrible offensive line, that's all on Ryan Poles. He's got the answers for that. Kevin Warren has got to put his feet to the fire. You need to marry the general manager with the head coach. Hire a general manager first. Let him go out there and hire his head coach, and let's get this team fixed.
Yep.
I love it, man. So CJ, man, because we got a couple of comments from Jeremy Steele. Jeremy, we appreciate you sticking around, bro. He got a couple more comments. He says only thing that might save Pole's job is he wanted to fire Flus this past season. Then McCaskey and Warren told him no. And see, bro, he know what he's talking about, because that's the dysfunction that we deal with here, man. That's this. Warren, the team president, told Harbaugh, Clarence said, you're supposed to put your personal feelings aside. So if this is true, that Kevin Warren told him no, he didn't even pick up the phone. How do you feel about that, CJ?
Man, it's pretty shocking. Because the Bears need a coach that's strong man and knows what he's doing. That's pretty shocking. I would have definitely took that call and made him a head coach. I think the Bears would have been in a better position if Harbaugh was the head coach instead of you, Flus.
Hey, yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Man, and I agree with you, man, because because you would think this is how ego drives things sometimes, and it puts things in the wrong perspective and where they're not supposed to be. Because iron sharpens iron. Now, the reason why I like collabing with the Bears Den podcast because they make our podcast better. We make their show better. It's a team effort, man. So the fact that you got men running around with their feelings and being sassy and being zesty and not hiring men to run your team, you shouldn't have the job, bro. Because when you're moving in business and players have to be developed, players want to get paid, players have families. We cannot afford to keep a guy like Ryan Poles another year when you have to develop guys 3 to 4 years. We can't afford that. So the fact that he didn't hire this guy, if it's true, I'm a little bit disappointed, man, because Harbaugh has the Chargers where he's supposed to be. He has them right there in his first year back in the NFL, coaching Michigan, Colin Kaepernick, Super Bowl, NFC Championship, College Championship, and you do not even entertain him to come coach your team?
With less talent too, brother. Less talent. Let's not forget that. He's got less talent in LA than the Bears do. And he's doing a better job than we are.
Yeah.
Well, so you know, Andy, I'm gonna ask you this, man, because Club Dub is close. Shout out to John Dorn. What's up, John, man? It's been a long time we ain't seen you, man. It's closed for now, big dog. It's closed for now, but them Packers, y'all asking to lose in a little while. Don't worry about it, John.
Why when it comes to this circus? Honestly, I don't. It has to be Caleb Williams, and it is Caleb Williams. But other than that, why would you want to come here? When you got reports like this that Warren wouldn't even interview Harbaugh, wouldn't even take a phone call, and supposedly we want to fire Eberflus, and everybody said no, and McKeskey's had to be convinced for 3 hours after the Thanksgiving Day game to fire him. I mean, I don't know why you would. Honestly, I don't know why you would want to come here. I don't. It's a complete circus. Like I said about Bill Belichick, I don't feel like he ever would have came here because he wouldn't want to put it with our crap. Let alone us put it with him. He would not put it with us. He would tell us we're crazy, we're stupid, we're insane. He would never have come here. And back to Harbaugh, the thing I've been saying the most about Harbaugh is Michigan always beat Minnesota's ass. So when you want to hire somebody that always beats your ass, isn't that the perfect person you want on your team? Somebody to always beat your ass? I mean, that's the kind of person I want on my team. For him not to take the phone call and interview him is a travesty of effort proportions. That is terrible if that is true. Terrible.
Man, I love it. Then we got and Chicago fans. I'm gonna come to you with this one. We got Jeremy saying, I had some news that involves Ben Johnson, one from the organization before the interview. Are you curious what he said? Yeah, we're curious, but Chicago Clarence. It's a report out there I saw today. I didn't put it in here. He's doubled down and he said that. Now, I personally don't know if I want him as my head coach, but he said he will listen to the Chicago Bears. So if you are in that office, you and Andy, both of y'all, you too, CJ, if you are in the office and Ben Johnson asks you a question about the job security, Ryan Poles, why should I come here? And he got questions, Chicago Clarence, what do you say to convince him that this is where you need to be our head coach, if that happens?
First
and
of
CJ,
all,
I'm coming to you next.
I'm going to answer your question, but first of all, I'm on record with you. I don't want him here because he ain't been a head coach before. Yeah. So I don't want him. The only thing you've proven to me is that you can call plays. You ain't proven to me that you're a leader of men. You ain't proven to me that you can run the whole shop, not just one side of it. So you may be a good head coach in the future, but you are not what this team right now.
How can a coach with all the potential in the world know how to build an offensive line, know how to build
a franchise, let them run it? They should not be involved in what we do with our head coaches. They need to count their money and pay the people that need to be paid. And let Poles and Warren run the team. So we need the right head coach. We gotta be willing to pay. Stop shopping at the Dollar Tree for the head coach.
Yeah, and I'm gonna come back to you with this Andy right here, man, because you know what we doing over here. We don't waste each other's time, man. And we've been going for 2 hours, but luckily my daughter's falling asleep, so I get to go a little bit longer. So Andy, this has been the bright spot of the Chicago Bears season all season long, man. So today he threw for over 300 yards again, I think for the 4th time in the season. He's eclipsed 3,000 yards passing. I think he's at 19 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, maybe 7. I could be wrong. So what are your thoughts about Caleb Williams after today, and how do you feel about the quarterback position just going forward, man, even for the rest of the year, man? How do you feel about Caleb Williams? What have you been most impressed by him with?
Like Chicago Clarence said, I think we finally have our quarterback. I think we finally have answered the riddle of the quarterback in Chicago. I think this guy will be here for 10 to 12 years. I mean, there's stuff he can improve upon. His footwork, his accuracy. He does hold on to the ball too long. He does take sacks that he doesn't need to take. I mean, there's stuff he can improve upon, of course, but you look at the chaos around in the offensive line, you look at what he's done, you have to say he's been great this year. Like, anybody who doesn't think this kid has been great this year, you're not watching football. You don't understand football.
You don't.
Numbers with an offensive line that is pure trash. Our offensive line is trash, and he's putting up these kind of numbers. I mean, I don't know if Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix could put up these kind of numbers on our team. I don't think they could. Maybe they can.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, but I would still take Caleb Williams number 1 in the draft. I think his ceiling is still much higher than we know. I would still take him, without a doubt. I wouldn't think twice on it.
Yeah, man. And see, I'm going to come to you next, man, because look at the numbers, everybody. 3,100 yards, 19 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Head coach was fired. Offensive coordinator fired. Half of the O-line is injured, man. So, CJ, how do you feel about Caleb Williams, man? Just his mental toughness is something that can't be understated, how tough this kid is, man. 60 sacks, bro. 3,000 yards, man. Under 10 interceptions with almost a 90 passer rating, bro. What are we seeing if they fix this, CJ? What are we seeing with Caleb Williams right now, man? What are we seeing, bro?
Hopefully you're seeing him turn the corner. You know, we have not seen Caleb Williams at his very best yet. We haven't seen it. When I mean his very best, going game after game, putting up numbers and putting the Bears in position to win. So until we get that part of Caleb Williams, you know, this is pretty much what you're gonna see him do. You know, the biggest thing that I worry about is how he's gonna develop moving forward. And that's all that matters. How's the Bears team gonna improve moving forward? That's all that matters. But I think he's playing very well with the offensive line being the way it is. You know, him having that strong mindset to come in week after week after being sacked 60 times, which is crazy. You know, the fact that he is not crumbled, you know, it shows a lot. You know, the fact that he comes out week after week trying his best, trying to win the game, that's all you could ask for. You know, because I think the Bears front office failed them. I think they failed them not by improving the offensive line. You know, I think that's the biggest thing. But the fact that he's come in and played the way he's played, it shows that he has a very strong mind to come in and do what he do. So you gotta give a big shout out to him for that.
Yeah, well said, TJ. We're gonna get to Jeremy comments, and I got a different question for you, Chicago Clarence. Hold on one second. This is who Jeremy thinks is a good fit for the Chicago Bears, man. Then he said, I'm glad I stayed. I love to talk football. Yeah, bro, we keep it transparent over here, man. And you people like you add to the show with comments, bro. Like, if the people don't come in the comment section to comment, bro, how can the conversation keep going? You guys have great points, bro. So hopefully we see you again. But this is what he says. Here's his coaches. I think Joe Brady, Mike Vrabel, even God forbid, Mike Singletary, who is still coaching in the UFL. Those are my best fits to me for the Bears. He says it's why Detroit became successful. Sheila Hamp lets football guys make football decisions. All she does is sign the checks. And this is something that Chicago Clarence has been saying since the day we met, that the McCaskies need to get the hell out of the way and let Kevin Warren and Ryan Poles do their damn job, man. Like, you can't control everything and expect the team to win games. The name of the game is to win. You're going to print money. This is Chicago, bro.
Yeah.
This is Chicago. This city prints money. The Bears print money. It's just an old school mindset. It's an ownership that says just nepotism. The kids are running the asylum and not football people, man. That's what's going on. It's been going on far too long, and hopefully Kevin Warren, even though he did whiff on the John Harbaugh situation, I hope he has, and I pray he has somebody in mind that is a hard-nosed coach, because I am terrified for this offseason, from the draft to the cap space, because we got these rookies coming in 3-4 years. Caleb, I'm terrified, man. So appreciate your comment. So Chicago, I got a question for you. You see this right here. This is the work that Caleb Williams done so far this season. So if you're Caleb Williams coach, or if you even Caleb Williams yourself, after the season getting sacked 60 games, after you went to Montego Bay, you done been to Antigua, you done got you a couple of tequila and grapefruit juice, you know what I'm saying? You done chilled out. What is the first thing you're going to correct about yourself to be a better quarterback next season, Chicago Clan? What is the thing you're going to change to be even better next year? Just personally, as a better quarterback, what is he doing? If you as coach or if you Caleb?
Two things. Number one is his footwork. His footwork is offset. He ain't. I know he's having to run around, but a lot of times when he releases the ball, he's releasing the ball off his back foot. He's not firing through the ball, he's firing through the ball too much sometimes, which is the reason why he's overthrowing people. He needs to trust what he's seeing. He needs to marry himself. And this is another thing where we was complaining about. He's going to have a new OC. So it's going to be a while before he even gets a new playbook. So he's got to learn to trust what he's seeing. And he's got to trust the protection that they're going to provide for him, because he's seeing ghosts right now. And if you got hit 60 times, you would be too. Yeah. But the holding on to the ball too long is a big problem. And you saw some of that this game, but you saw him going down to his check-in a lot. Yeah. And I think that's what needs to happen. They've got to get him a run game to help him also in running his offense. They get him a stable running game, and he learns to trust his check downs. Man, they got to do something about Cole Kmet. You see how many wide receiver screens we ran today, and Cole Kmet missed his blocks?
He missed a block. He missed blocks all the time. I don't know what. I mean,
that guy is a physical specimen, and he can't hold blocks. I mean, he's trying to block cornerbacks and can't do it. That's a problem. I mean, Cole Kmet, we paid you. You're supposed to be giving us more than what you're giving us. It's got to get better. You have got to be better. I can't stress it enough. People who we have paid, we expect more out of. DJ Moore.
Oh God.
We paid you. You dropped way too many balls, and you're not giving us maximum week. He is on his third OC. Third one. And he's a rookie. That's disgusting. I mean, he should file assault charges against our offensive line every week for the way he's been getting beat up on.
Now, you ain't lying. So we're going to end it here in a second. So I'm going to get CJ's final thoughts. Anything you want to say, CJ? You know how we roll. Anything you want to talk about the Bears? Just your final thoughts on the season. Caleb, today, it don't matter, man. What you got, see? How'd you feel, man? What's going on?
Man, I was hoping this season was going to be a better season for the Bears, but apparently they right back in the same hole they've been in for years, man. For years and years. We gotta get a guy that knows what he's doing in that front office. You know, it has to happen, because we're gonna keep going down the same rabbit hole every year. We don't get a guy in there that knows what he's doing.
Facts.
You know, get a guy that can get the right coach. Get a guy. You know, I mean, if Brian Poles corrected the Bears' money, okay, that's good, whatever.
Right.
But you gotta get a coach in there You gotta get a good OC in there, a good defensive arm headed, a good defensive coordinator.
Yes, sir.
Get the right people in the building.
Preach.
That's all I want. That's all I want.
Yeah, man, and well said, CJ.
That's all I gotta say on the ball.
Yeah, so Andy, what's your final thoughts, man? What you got?
I echo what CJ just said. Get the right guy. I don't care if he's offensive or defensive. Get the right guy. I mean, this circus has got to stop. Get the right guy. It's that simple. Just get the right guy. If we get the right guy, everything else would fall into place. If it's Ben Johnson, so be it. If it's Mike Vrabel, so be it. If it's Blue Flame, so be it.
Right.
I'll take the right guy. That's all I want. The right guy and start winning. That's all I want. I don't care who it is. Just get the right guy. I don't care if it's Chicago Flares. Just get the right guy.
Right. Oh, we know Chicago. We know Double C gonna do a good job. Go ahead, Andy.
No, I mean just get the right guy. Like CJ just said, get the right guy. I don't care who he is. Just get the right guy. That's all I want. Just so we can start winning, putting wins together. Talk about 9-game winning streaks, 9-game losing streaks. Let's talk about that. But
go ahead.
We're probably shopping at the Dollar Tree again, and be talking about the same shit next year on a podcast for you guys again. And thank you guys for having us.
Yeah, man, we appreciate you guys. You guys have come to this show, man, and elevated it, man, with your expertise, your patience, your comments, your thoughts. Like, man, it's a beautiful thing when people that love what they do, and they're passionate about it, man. It just brings out. It's more fun, and I can't wait to do it with the people that I'm doing it with, along with CJ. You guys. It's just fun to do, man, because I learned a lot from you and Clarence, man. I just sit back and listen. So, but my final thoughts, and I'm gonna let Chicago Clarence close us out. My final thoughts is this: the Chicago Bears, just like CJ said, and this, we have to get the right coach in here, man. We have to mirror the personality of Kevin Warren, because I don't trust the personality of Ryan Poles. I don't trust his judgment as a person, because one, you cried when you had to cut a guy. You didn't want to let Bayless Jones Jr. go. You let us sign Nate Davis. Like your skill set of judging a person is terrible, because you're too personal in his feelings to make a decision that's better for the football team, man. And that's something that you cannot have in business when you're a boss. You have to put your personal feelings aside so the project can grow. It's not about you. It's about the organization. It's about the team. You know what I mean? He has been tied to that organization, or at least that agency with Trace Armstrong, and kept because of the agency. Like, why the fuck would you do that? Why would you do that? If it was me personally, I would have been super cool with Kevin Warren. He's the CEO of the Bears. He was the Big Ten boss. Why are you so attached to an agency when agents come and go? But a GM job is damn near like a needle in a haystack. So the fact that he doubled down on his personal choices is more than half of the reason why the Chicago Bears are where they at right now. So my final thoughts is this. I don't trust Ryan Poles with this draft. I don't trust Ryan Poles as the head coach. I don't trust Ryan Poles with the cap space, because it's been 3 or 4 years and he hasn't improved with the meat and bones in the trenches. I can't do it. You gave me nothing to go off of, because the roster has not improved. We only have 2 more wins over the Carolina Panthers. So I'm out on Ryan Poles, man. Until I see anything different, I'm out, man. Usually I'm optimistic and go with the flow and just wait until the offseason. But this year, especially because of who we have at the quarterback position, and Caleb, I'm a little bit on edge, man. So that's my final thoughts. Ryan Poles, I'm out. I think you should be fired. I don't think you get to choose the coach or anything. So, Chicago Clarence, take us out with your final thoughts, man.
Well, man, I just want to echo what you guys have been saying. We got to get this team fixed. We're going to have the cap space. We're going to have the picks to do it. I don't care who's making the decisions, as long as they are the right decisions. There was one guy that I wanted to have other than Harbaugh. He's now in Chapel Hill. So that now leaves Mike Vrabel. And Mike Vrabel has the kind of personality to go in there and fix the monotony and the chaos and the nonsense of what we have in our locker room. But I'm gonna give you guys another one, and it's gonna kind of shock you. But he's a guy that's an offensive coach. He is a no-nonsense type guy. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he wants, and he knows how to go about getting what he wants. And he also has a Super Bowl, and that's John Gruden. But the Bears don't have the balls to hire him. But you bring John Gruden in your building as the head coach. He's done it before. He's won at the highest level with it, and he's an offensive-minded guy, which is exactly what your quarterback needs. If they had any guts, they will call John Gruden. I'm going to leave y'all with that.
Man, well said by everybody in here, man. Shout out to Darcy from the Detroit Lions News podcast that came here early on our first part of the show. We had a couple of Lions guys here on their podcast. We had Bandit in here and Nate the Great. They're both Lions fans. And then we got our guys right here, the Bears Den Podcast. If you have not followed the Bears Den Podcast on Facebook, on X, or YouTube, please do so you can see Chicago Clarence cook up the Chicago Bears and Andy come with those notes so he can have all those facts. These guys are like, man, they bounce off each other very well, man. So if you look into some Chicago Bears content or you just look into some football talk, whether it's Bears or whoever, man, follow these guys. And I'm just G Walker, the CNG Podcast. I got my partner back, man. He's back now. He's healthy now. So we just going to cook, man.
Yeah, G Walker.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear you.
That's right.
What do you say?
I'm CJ, the other part of the CNG Podcast.
I said, don't forget, June, we come to Chicago, brother. We want to get up.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get up, man. I'm gonna take y'all to a couple of places, man. I don't know if you ever had Italian beef before.
Nope, can't wait though.
I'm gonna get you. We're gonna go to Al's Beef. Or I'm gonna take you to Tony's or somewhere like that, or Portillo's. Portillo's got the worst Italian beefs. If anybody, only tourists go to Portillo's, man. Real Chicagoans don't go to Portillo's, bro. And we do not eat deep dish pizza, bro. We eat tavern square pizza. So I'm gonna take you guys to get some real pizza. We're not eating deep dish, man. You can take a frozen deep dish pizza when you on the flight back to North Carolina, but we eating square pizza, man. We probably gonna go to what can we go? We can go to get y'all some Giordano's, Home Run Inn, Italian Fiesta, some Vegas pizza, some real Chicago square pizza, tavern pizza, man. Not that deep dish bullshit. It's cool. But you can take that with you. It's going to be frozen anyway. So, with that being said, man, shout out to you guys for coming in this show, man. Whenever you guys need me and CJ on y'all show, y'all next show, just let us know. I got a show I got to do with NFL Outdated over on X, man. This big dude, man. He doing this show on Christmas Eve at all days, man. He doing this show on Christmas Eve. So, I'm gonna send a link if you guys want to just come in there and bring some comments, man, and I'll let them know who you know how we network and all that type of stuff.
Do that, bro. Do that.
I got you. Man. You know how we roll. So, last comments. Shannon said, "What up, Shannon, man? The Bears will beat Green Bay." Oh, this is another one. Let me see. Jim Caldwell could coach that rock. Okay, Paul. All right. He said Bears should hire Matt Patricia. You know what? I don't know how to ban people on here. I don't know how to get rid of people. You bringing up Matt Patricia is disrespectful. It's a crime. Shannon says get Arnello's and Glenwood. Yeah, there's some places I'm gonna take them to, man. We're gonna kick it. We'll have a good time, man, for sure. But with that being said, this will conclude our show. We out of here. CNG Podcast, Bears Den Podcast, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. We out. Peace.